back.
Hi.
We're back. This is Megadoomer we're about to watch. Megadoomer by Eric Trueheart and Roman Dirge. Story by Roman Dirge. This is one of my favorite Roman ideas, actually. But actually a favorite episode in general. This is Ian and Chris Graham. Unrelated.
Hi. We're related.
So we're here with
not
Ian
related.
and Chris Graham, Eric Trueheart,
Hello.
Ricky Simons, and
Richard Horvitz.
Where's Dirge?
Andy. Oh, see, now I couldn't see
Yeah.
you, Andy.
Yeah,
no, I'm still here.
Because Andy's hiding behind.
No, Andy's just very tired.
Eric.
Alright.
Where's
See?
Dirge?
It's another one of these almighty, tallest Irkin stuff things.
These are
I
my
got no
fa- I
point.
love these.
I like the fact that there was an entire planet dedicated to storage.
This is when the...
Yeah.
That's how the
Yes.
tallest
You
spot.
have. I remember you coming into my office and trying to figure out how this thing works.
This is the first
Oh,
like the
episode where...
robot?
No, how that chamber worked and how it was going to reveal itself.
Hey, wasn't that Wally?
You were always trying to
Where's
find some
Wally?
way of like having the least animation.
Where's Wally?
Where's Wally?
Ricky, did you have a story here?
This is the first episode
Wally's
where
in
they...
this.
Ricky, did you have a story here?
This is the first episode where they started to use
Hey,
the stitch
tell Wally-
designs in the walls.
Come in here with us.
Yeah.
That's right.
Why did we start having stitched up walls?
This is all.
This is a horrible
Saving
insight
money.
to what Dur could have been.
No,
like.
because it looked cool. As
This
opposed to
design
having
started-
straight or flat panels.
Yeah. The design just suddenly started to appear with this episode.
You remember that, Andy?
I do.
We saw the first storyboard the Graham Brothers
Right, yeah.
submitted to us.
Were you guys
questioned the
excited?
stitching.
We were
And
excited.
then
We were excited.
I bet.
Well, Wally's not here with us right now. He's
Just being interviewed.
But
Yeah,
this is
but-
another Irkin planet, entire planet devoted to one thing. In this case, shipping.
Now, Eric, when you
Yes?
when you write, do
Yes?
you write the color of the aliens as well?
If it's relevant to the story, yes.
And what about the color of the rivets on the piping?
If it's relevant to the story, I deliberately leave the rivets out.
I
Remember,
see.
Aaron turned in this character design, these really cool little alien guys, and the only thing I did to them was add a giant screw into their head. Aaron got so used to me asking to put a giant screw in characters. Giant screws or giant hats shaped like heads.
I love this monologue, though.
Kevin Michael Richardson?
Yeah, I think he hated you by the end of all those design changes.
So who's doing that voice there? I think that's Kevin.
No, Kevin's got a real bassy.
No, that's Kevin.
Oh yeah, that is Kevin. Yeah, that is Kevin.
Then Dip says, "Roar!" in front of the whole class.
Good job, Ian.
Thank you.
Miss Peters called
What's with that
her
kid's
name.
eyes?
They're brown.
They look like fried eggs.
Yes.
They're dilated.
They do look like brothers.
What are you talking
Which one of you boarded this part?
I
This
didn't
is
like
me.
his
Okay,
voice.
Ian.
Who is the kids with? And don't say if you don't know.
This is
don't
what it's
like
like
it.
to walk down the hallway at Nickelodeon with Jonan.
I love this that he's just having this conversation with this guy he just met on the street.
Zim needs someone to bounce his ideas
Of
off.
course.
I love how that it's trash
Much like
day.
Jonan.
He didn't care who he was walking and talking to.
My name is Bill. My pointy hair.
Sound design at work here. Pay attention to the squeaking on the arms.
No.
Yes.
Squeaking arms.
Genius.
Genius.
Like this.
Oh, he will pay.
I like by this point it didn't matter what Zim was mad at Dib about. It just
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode based on him
Shorthanded
just
it.
saying, "Oh, that did,"
Yeah.
no one cares.
and comedy ensued. That was amazing.
That
That
was-
was pretty impressive, Richard. The just that string of dialogue there.
I like the fact that Richard got what you wanted him to do that time.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. It's amazing, Eric, that this show came out as good as it did because Andy and I often said that a script was an actor's crutch.
Interesting. I used to think that the script was the writer's crutch.
Coolest,
Chris is
coolest
loud.
looking coolest looking Zim stuff here.
I love the.
The popcorn.
Yeah, the peanuts.
They did a good
great.
job.
This is one of my favorite
Is
scenes.
that
actually,
you,
in this
Ricky?
episode.
Who colored that?
Uh,
Designed that.
Popcorn peanuts.
I
Actually, I
love
think
it.
have been colored. Were colored by Chris
That always-
Haney
This is some great Gur acting coming
because
up,
it's a
too.
prop.
It also possesses
Great board acting.
generation distortion cloaking system.
And And Chris Haney colored the robot too.
It means it turns
I love
invisible.
voice acting this one. This one was so much fun, especially when I get to gobble like a turkey later.
I want these robots. I want little models of these robots.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Megadoomer I love.
Yeah.
I'm
I
floating.
want merchandising of all the spaceships and vehicles and stuff.
But if you won't get the robots, but if you'd like some Zim sandals,
Yeah.
they're out there,
Lots of
man.
Zim sandals.
Zim sandals.
I like little ADR things you add with like Gur saying I'm floating,
Yeah.
because that's his world at that moment. He knows
Yeah.
he's floating.
It is.
Victory.
Gur's world extends often about 2
This
feet
sounded
outside his
painful.
head.
Yeah.
This is very often painful.
I
A lot of
remember got the
screaming.
voice track. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, we did that a few times.
We did.
Zim losing interest in his own laughter
Yeah.
is an old one.
There's some really good animation with just like moving the cord around in this.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah,
not
the
because
chord
there's
is
not that
so
much to
great.
it though. It's so simple.
It's just great.
The dead pig won't see this time.
I mean, I said it. I forget what episode I said it on, but
Well,
I wanted to model all the action based on
There's
the way
Jay Bondi.
Chris did all the action stuff, just because it was so simple.
you know,
Thanks.
often
Because there was so little effort in it. I said that's what I want.
Look at that. I love her running.
Yeah.
That
The
little
perspective
walk.
is great too. It's just so.
I love when it's quiet enough and you just see Gur off in the distance and you hear the squeaking.
Yes.
Grr, what happened?
Oh, I do the voice for the robot in this one too, don't I?
Another outlet! Quickly!
oftentimes on those screams or those laughter, remember it was just like I couldn't finish it because my voice was gone, and you'd say, "Oh, let's use that."
Onward to the engines! Grr! Outlets before we're noticed!
Yeah, this is great.
A little music.
Even the dance he does coming up is incredible too.
What I'm trying to say, sir, is that he was like no man I've ever seen.
What he say?
Hey! Get out of the way! Hey! 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 Move it! Hey!
He's been
Great.
smashing through stuff.
Great,
Why does the
Richard.
car stop him?
Because it's a stoplight,
It's a
you
red
know?
light.
He knows how to obey the law.
These kids are great too.
Oh, here's me. These are my little guys.
I like these.
These kids
That's
are
me.
awesome.
That's me and that's Kevin and I doing the voices. Gur comes up and eats the kids' robots. I would love it if he would have just grabbed one of the kids and just eaten them. Right here, just go and runs off.
I like the camera movements in that. What was
Yeah,
what
the
was
handheld
storyboard
and
of
stuff.
that?
They look good.
We did.
Well,
stories.
we tried
this
it.
right here.
Oh, here's your homage here.
To Jurassic Park.
Oh, really? I was gonna say something else, but you're right. Whoa! Just watching it now.
Yourself for the end, Dim! I've put up with you long enough,
See,
Dim!
people ask if the
Oh,
characters
you know what?
evolve.
I've got
Oh, what?
I've got an issue here. Zim is lit from the inside of that cockpit,
Yeah.
all red. But when you see him through the robot, he's not lit red.
Because the red light goes invisible.
Now, behold the doom!
Look at Gert.
Anyway,
Watch
You
this.
you
is great.
thought this down to their very last detail.
I wrote the
Yes,
color
I
in the
swear.
script. I said the red light will not be there. You know, people talks about how the characters evolve over time, and by the end, Dib just stopped caring a lot in sort of the later episodes when Zim would turn up like threatening to destroy him.
Hey, who designed the Doom cannon configuration there?
That would be
Is that Jeff?
yeah.
Or is
Jeff
that
Wong.
you in the board?
No, I did it, but they changed it a little bit, so it might have been Jeff.
This is some of the best Richard here
Put me on the front cover. Somebody take one
when he
with
says
me standing
compromised.
Good thing that camera lens cap is on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They had to go back and do it in post. Yeah, Jay Bondi noticed that and
Jason
freaked out
Stiff,
on it.
thank you very much.
That's cool looking.
Andy, how did you play Dib here?
Like I normally did.
What do you mean, victory? Your robot exploded and you didn't destroy me! It was a trick, yes! My plan was to steal
This is good. I like this stuff where it just you see that they're just two of the stupidest little characters in the show. I mean, it just comes down
I
to
love the
The
70s.
music and the
Yeah.
70s
Yeah.
music.
more Kevin stuff.
You had the lens cap on. I did not.
The saddest thing is Zim's not a kid.
Victory!
You know?
Yeah.
He's not a
Yeah.
little kid. He acts like I mean he's like an old man basically, but
I like that camera, but I guess this is a victory for me. Yeah, or something. I'm going back to bed.
Fred Tatasciore. Every time we needed someone to
Fred
say
Tatasciore?
normal lines, yeah, that's Fred.
Yeah. He always had that.
Fred was great at that cadence.
Yeah.